Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Coast. I'm Cari Champion. It is morning here, David, in Los Angeles. What time is it there in Bristol, Connecticut?
It's just past afternoon. It's afternoon. Okay. It's solidly afternoon. Here we go. It's solidly afternoon.
David, we got a great show today. We're talking the sports, as people love us to do. But there's sports and more. Do you know what the more is, David?
It's the talking, I believe, right? There's more talking going on?
There is more talking going on.
We got the news Friday, right? That Kyrie wanted this trade. Saturday, Stephen A. telling us that some in Kyrie's camp felt LeBron was responsible for that news getting out. They went back and forth as Stephen A. this morning on First Take came off his vacation to stand by his story.
Oh, my. Okay, so let's walk it back.
Was he vacationing in Bristol that he came off his vacation? Who vacations in Bristol?
I hope he wasn't. You think?
That's just what David said.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what he said.
Okay, well, Stephen A., were you vacationing in Bristol? That's not a good vacation. Meanwhile, Brian Windhorst, and let's walk this all the way back, who first reported the story when it very first came out. There's this breaking news. Kyrie wants out of Cleveland. You join us now. So you break the story, you get this information, and what was the reaction? Because I felt like it was a slow build. Because at first I was like, did I read this right? Did Brian just say this? What was the reaction?
Yeah, when I was to hear from a couple of people. Number one, the Cavs have a press conference today.
It's 4 p.m. today. That is to introduce the new GM, Kobe Altman. That by far, I think, is the last news of the day in terms of the storyline. Congratulations on the job, by the way.
Which is unfair to him, by the way.
Yeah.
It really stinks.
It's on the nature of the business.
That he works
the order. So let me talk to you just about that, and I want to focus on that. Do you believe this entire situation, and by that I mean Kyrie allegedly, well, he does. He wants out. LeBron allegedly not happy with him for saying that to the media. Is this entire situation out of control? If it's anyone, we're hearing that Stephen A. said that his sources are telling him, you know, Kyrie thinks LeBron leaked it and whatever. But why? How does this benefit Kyrie?
Let me just say something
LeBron?
About the alleged leak. Leak something to me, I would position myself to be in deep, deep trouble. Of course, this story has to have multiple. It's not about one leak. It's not about somebody whispering in my ear. This is not
his latest snap being Kyrie's.
Of course, I did.
I'm coming home.
He is coming home.
How are we supposed to take that?
There
are various meanings to that. Yeah, I'm coming home from China.
He's going to fly from China back to the U.S.
But
of course he's taking a shot at LeBron. Of course.
Can they coexist? I talked to several people who said now that it's gotten to this level where we really are, as you say, having it out in social media, letting other people know how we feel about one another, how do they even exist together in the coming season?
That's why I'm...
All right, so today, 4 o'clock, Kobe Altman will be introduced as the new GM. Perhaps they can get along. We shall see. In your professional opinion, and I have to get back to Bristol, do you think, in fact, that they will be able to trade Kyrie, or will he be on their
I think they will, but it would be interesting today if they come out and threaten not to trade him. Because Kyrie has leverage here that he can push back the way the Cavs create.
All right, that's what Brian Windhorst giving us the latest. So much to dissect here. David, back to you.
I mean, Cari, don't put this pressure on this kid already.
No, but listen, hold on. Hell no. Is that necessary, Chuck?
I mean, the West is hard.
Not even with Lonzo?
No, not this year. Maybe next year when he potentially has LeBron and Paul George. Then all of a sudden we're talking about top 3 seed, maybe top 2 seed.
I feel like it's rude of you, and I'm going to talk to David Lloyd about this in another break, but I feel like that's rude of you. Maybe I'm seeing it through my purple and gold glasses,
perhaps I would say.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Though, listen, I think Lonzo is going to be the reason, though, that...
Co-host of the Mornings with Keyshawn George and LZ on 710 ESPN LA, and the reason why I brought you in is because you guys talk about a variety of things, wholly Los Angeles, but we heard Barkley's take in all seriousness. The Lakers are better or back? How would you describe what's happening now and the potential idea of perhaps other big-time free agents coming there? Are they better or are they back?
I think they're both.
And everyone knows Lonzo, courtesy of LeVar. You're able to speak with the people, and by the people I mean they call into your radio show. Give me the temperature. You've taken the temperature. How do people feel about the Lakers in terms of where they are right now?
I think
we're managing expectations
this season.
And by this season, but by the way, even though we're only talking about 35 wins in the West, and we're considering that good, they had 26 wins last year. Yeah, there's another team right down the road here, literally down the road in the Dodgers, that is arguably doing the best. I mean, seriously, this is the best season they've seen in some time. Talk to me about why there's still so much fanfare there. Are we forgetting about the Dodgers?
No, I just think ultimately it's still a Lakers team.
Poll. You also had another poll. Can we flash this for a second?
Yes.
We've had L.C. Granderson on the show a few times, and for whatever reasons, I don't know what you guys. I'm going to go ahead and agree with him. He does have a very distinct Kermit the Froggy voice.
He sounds like Kermit the Frog's on PEDs, is what I told him. I think that would be the case. Not that I'm suggesting he's on PEDs, but if he was, then that's what Kermit the Frog would sound like.
Kermit the Frog would never do that. He's hosting.
No, of course
George Sedano, thank you for joining us here on SportsCenter.
Always a pleasure.
To coast.
I didn't even hear. He was muttering most of it. I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Wait a second. I was just going to say, hey, can you translate? I didn't hear a word he said. Did you? I know that he said he didn't read the issue of the Nantucket magazine. I'm asking my crew here in studio. He didn't read it. He said, what's the point?
I don't know. He did the photo shoot, so we know he's got that on his resume.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, please.
Are we fascinated with the fact that he mutters his way through interviews? Why? Talk to me.
You know, there was almost a hint of a smile there in that first answer. I thought that was like, you know, it was crazy emotion out of Bill when he sort of kind of gave a little bit of a smile and then moved on. Continue muttering. But anyway, the season has begun. We know the season has begun when we see Bill Belichick at the podium, right?
Louis Riddick joins us now. Louis.
Yeah.
How do you feel about him muttering through interviews? Is that acceptable?
You know what? I'll tell you what. Look, I've seen two involves everybody.
Talking to him, what do you mean by that? Because just
well, I mean, I'm saying when you talk to him off camera, if you can get him to talk to you.
Do you want to do this interview or no?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Biggest important storyline. Patriots camp starting today. Give me the biggest storyline going into the season for them.
Well, I think
it's so unfair. They're so dominant. It's not unfair. They're ridiculously great, and they always are the favorites going into the season. So and it's early, anything can happen. But do they look as if they're built to repeat? And I'm glad you brought that back up with Nick Saban. They very much have the same demeanor. Nick emotes a little more, but you are absolutely right about how they go about their business and how they deal with the media, and they have what they call good amnesia in the business.
Sure.
Let's talk about the team that they were able to beat in the Super Bowl, and that was the Falcons. Trying to get over that loss has to be pretty difficult. What's their first priority as they head into this season?
Well,
great in the process. Wow. You think Tom Brady falls off a little bit this year? I mean, that's my hot fire take.
No, I don't. The guy's he's just too dedicated. He has uncommon dedication. Something we could all learn from, quite honestly. And he's not slowing down.
All right. Speaking of dedication and someone who can learn from that, thank you, Louis Riddick, for being here. Let me send it back to David.
And the route was on. So our top 5 today is the most iconic teams in sports history. You buying this?
All right. And by iconic teams in sport, define it, because people always come at us on the Twitter. So what do you mean by iconic?
Just
Could it be a decade? Could it be a certain period of time?
Very hazy. There's no hard and fast rules here. Just
no, you know what? That's a great team. You're right. And Linda Cohn, when she was a guest judge on the show, she gave me a full education because I didn't pick them one time, and she broke me off. She let me know,
will do that to you if you slight hockey. Look out.
She is a feisty woman.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Wendy, he's okay, fine.
She had me up until the Showtime Lakers, Brian, and then anyway,
neither one of you had the guts. Neither one of you had the guts to put the 2017 Warriors on. Cari for putting UCLA and the Lakers on there. It's respectfully throwing the flag, but that's order.
That's fine.
If somebody would have put the 2017 Warriors on there,
why?
Then you guys would have had my pick. That would have taken guts. It takes guts to pick against Cari when I'm in this studio.
There are headshots there.
It's all about the headshots.
I mean, where's ours?
We have some somewhere. I'm sure someone's promoting us somewhere on the network. I just don't win.